nutrition for mother. As long as if the mother get the good nutrition, she can pass to the milk for the baby.
Welcome to Action Hour. I'm your host, Lindsey Baker. And today I have with me two of the ladies from Gentle Giant Elephants. And we are going to talk about what is happening currently with the elephants and the mahouts. Thank you for being here, Colby, Diana. Let me ask you right off, what is going on? What has changed since the last time you've been here in terms of, I know you had over 100 elephants that you guys have rescued.
Thank you, Lindsay, for having us again. And yes, we had 138 elephants since the last time that you and we spoke. And now, currently, what is happening is that because the tourists are coming back and flocking back into Thailand, there's a very high demand for any elephant. It doesn't matter the age, the physical condition. Of course, if they are babies, they are in very, very high demand. And what is now our mahouts, because they're being tempted with large amounts of money, they are sending their elephants back or wanting to send them back to either logging or the tourist industry. So all of us are trying to keep as many as we can protected. But the reality is, right now, they are being offered large amounts of money for any elephant, any condition, and the babies and the mothers are the ones that are most at risk.
Right. So you have gone through some changes. Your name has changed. And also, from what I understand, your focus of your mission has changed a little bit. Is that right? Like you've decided to attack the problem a little differently. So let's talk about that. And Colby, let's put ourselves on mute when we're not on because there's some sort of echo. So if you could, let's do that.
Yes, right now the focus of Gentle Giants has kept its promise since the day it was born. We promised to take the elephants under our wing, give them food, keep them fed, and of course it ballooned into something that we weren't even expecting, that it was for the mahouts and their owners to keep them home. Now, with the current situation, our mission has changed into more rescue. We will be keeping those elephants that want to continue with us under our care. We have now a very, very strong contract. They have to sign a contract that is a 3-year contract. They have to keep us absolutely updated on all the situation of the elephants. It's not that they didn't before, but now it's more demanding. And if they break the contract, then they're going to be strong financial repercussions against the owners and the mahouts. Also, the good thing about this is that in the contract, it states that if they have to, they can't sell their elephants, they can't make them work, they can't do anything. But if they have to sell their elephants because they can't care for them or for any reason that is really strong and valid, not because they want to turn around and buy other elephants, then they give us first choice to buy these elephants. And that's what's happened now. This is why we're now scrambling to buy a mother and a baby and her baby, her 1-year-old, Mojai and TG baby. We call him TG because he's tiny giant. So yes, this is a picture of them too. So that is our mission now. Our mission is more focused on looking to give whatever elephants we have a life of sanctuary. And we've been working with Lek on, now she has a bigger land and to develop this in a larger scale and see how we can solve the problem, mostly with the baby bulls, because the bulls are the ones that no one wants to take. They don't want to take them. A baby bull is less expensive to buy than a female, because no one wants to take them, but more expensive to support and to be able to keep. So we're trying to see how we can make a bull reserve, but this requires large and large and large amounts of funds. You're muted, Lindsay.
We'll get back to that in just a minute. And if you guys can mute yourself, I'm going to show a clip of what happens to a baby, you know, under this whole system of Pajan, for people that are not familiar, will be seeing this. So I want to warn beforehand, I won't play fully this, just a few seconds, but for viewer discretion advised. Yeah, that is just unconscionable to watch. It's hideous. How many of the elephants that are you think that now that COVID's over, do you think that this practice is going on large scale right now? Has it really ramped back up in terms of you know, this treatment of the babies? Can you talk about that a little bit? I don't know who wants to take that question.
Copes, you want to address it?
You know, every baby goes through the crush. It doesn't, and COVID didn't, I don't think really affected that, because it's not like they need, you know, they do it off in places that's not, you know, in the public eye. I know that we have a lot of babies at Koi, and they've all been tiny. You know, usually they don't take them till about, what, Diana, 3 or 4. But it doesn't really matter. The thing I'm concerned about is many times the older elephants who have already been through Bajan or the crush, if they get a new mahout, so if they're sold to someone and have a new mahout, sometimes they put them through the crush all over again. So, you know, they'll go through it multiple times.
Lindsay, I want to tell you that without a doubt, all baby elephants will go through the crush. There's not one baby that will be able to be turned into a slave, a photo op, or have any interaction with humans in a humane way. When I'm talking about out of true sanctuary, anyone that wants to take a picture with a baby elephant has to know that that baby has been through hell and back, and many of them don't survive. 60% of them die in the process. They all have been burnt, stabbed, starved, one for days without drinking anything. They tie them, they leave them out in the elements. It's just horrific. There is no doubt.
Yeah, I just want to jump in here. I think you both misunderstood my question a little bit. I meant to say I understand that any elephant that goes into the entertainment field, trekking, all of that, it's a wild animal. It is not meant to be used by humans and interacting with humans closely. What I meant is, from what I understood, because of COVID-19, and one of the stories we did with you guys is they went back to home. And the idea you guys were helping them and other organizations to become more kind. And now the uptick of the travel agency, I'm really kind of asking, is that, you know, with the travel being ramped back up now because people are traveling more freely, is that, that's what I meant. Are a lot more of them going through? Is it sort of like getting worse?
Oh, absolutely, because the owners are being offered large amounts of money. But I'm telling you, like the other day, we pay 15 or 20,000 baht a month per elephant, and now we're having people are offering them 1,000. That's like $300 or $500. We pay them $500 a month per elephant. and the venues are offering them 1,600 per elephant. That's outrageous. It just the amount. But to get the babies to the venues, of course, right now everything is just going bonkers. Everyone is being retrained. These are elephants that have been living in peace and everything, and now they're being the babies. Absolutely, it's going. It's like we're under attack. Literally, we are under attack.
I want to show your website now for some of the viewers that might not be able to stay on all the way. So let's bring that up on the screen. I'm going to hop over here, and you can just guide me around where you would like me to show in terms of supporting
If you
Gentle
go
Giant.
to home, where it says home, and just scroll down a little bit where it says help our cause, that's where people can support our cause, our new cause. We are, when we heard about this mother and baby, that she was going to be put up for sale with her son, we were telling people because the negotiations started, please, if you can donate, it's like trying to get a step ahead because, of course, the amounts are crazy and the time they give us is also very tricky. Meaning that they told us, okay, we will give you this baby, we will sell this baby and this mother to you as we agreed on in the contract, but we will give you only a week and a half to raise the money, and it's $104,000, which is not an easy amount to raise in such a small amount of time, in such a short amount of time. The same thing happened with our baby Kampian. He was also he was separated from his mother. They weren't planning to sell him to us. We just found out that he had been separated from the mother. They hadn't signed the contract yet. And they said, okay, the baby's going to be sold. And we scrambled and to try to negotiate with them. We had to play very hardball, threatening the whole program of Omkoi, so they would release the baby to us. They would sell the baby to us, or at least give us the opportunity to raise the funds. And thankfully, we were able to raise the funds. And now, hopefully, he will be moved by mid-April to Elephant Highlands, which is one of Charlotte's sanctuaries. And but it's just madness. And they give, like, right now we see that they're respecting our agreement that they will give us first choice or first option to sell the elephants to us, but they give us this ridiculous amount of time where they'll say, well, we gave you the time. If you can't raise the funds, too bad, so sad, because they know that if they offer that mother who she's handicapped, but she's only 18 years old, she can have a whole bunch of babies still. So she can give them money for a long, long time. Plus, they're going to force her back into logging. And the baby boy, they will sell very soon because now, before it was 3 or 4 years when they would separate them. Now it's younger. Then it went to 2, and now it's about this age, a year and a half that they separate them.
So at this point, I'd really like to talk a little bit about what can be done to change the situation. And there's a couple of different things, for example, that have to happen. For example, legislation, and a big part of it is the public refusing to ride, understanding how cruel these venues are. And I happen to know from speaking to other elephant welfare organizations, such as STAY, that the United States is one of the biggest culprits in terms of some of the top sites, the travel sites that we all know and use, are supporting this. So in addition to the legislation that needs to be passed, what are some of the things that need to be done? Who would like to address that?
Go ahead, Diana.
So what needs to say is doing a fantastic, fantastic job trying to change their legislation in their country, and we hope that they are able to. Duncan is working, and we hope that the United States catches on as well. But we, as individuals, everyone that is on social media has the responsibility to actually use their voice and their social platforms to say how horrible this is. I see, and I've said it so many times, people take, and I've seen it in our, unfortunately, with our own supporters. They go, they travel, and they seem to think, oh, because I post a picture with an elephant, people are going to know that I protect them. And they post one picture, and I've said this in, I think, all interviews every time, and I'll continue saying it because people just don't see how much they hurt elephants. Not that elephant standing in true sanctuary with them, but all elephants around the world. When they post that one picture and billions and millions of people see it, or thousands of people see it, and they repost the picture, and this just makes other people want to go and have this interaction, close up, and personal pick and moment with an elephant, and it just goes on. So we have a very big responsibility. Now, we have all done this. I want to tell you that, Lindsay, that when I don't know, 7 8 years ago, 9, when I was at Elephant Nature Park, I was walking with two beautiful elephants. I had no idea. I wasn't taking pictures. I'm not a fan of pictures, but Lex snapped some beautiful pictures that I posted. And I was walking with um, Non Pop and My Pon, and they're beautiful. I have since then understood, because we can all go learning as the process goes, that those pictures just hurt not my phone and non pop that are in true sanctuary, but the ones that come after them. So I don't post any pictures with it. So what has to be done? We have to use our voice. We have to stop being selfish and thinking, oh, I had this great moment and this great experience, and I want to share it with the world because it's our moment. And yes, it was a great experience to us, but we're creating horrible experiences. Without a doubt, I can guarantee you this 100%, no doubt. We're causing horrible suffering and pain to babies and all elephants, no matter the age, because we are creating people the illusion that having standing next to an elephant, it's an okay thing to do, and it's not, and we have to stop it. It's our responsibility.
Right. I want to play another clip.
Humans too. We always say that what's good for animals is good for humans and vice versa, and here's what's bad for both. And the terrible thing is that place, Non Nooch, where that terrible fatal attack happened, was 20 years ago. Now, I visited with a team and a newspaper that same venue 2 months ago. It is an utter hellhole where baby elephants and their mothers and fathers are brutalized, even in the ring, secretly having nails driven into their necks to terrify them into doing tricks. Now, the shocking thing about this is it's worse 23 years on from that attack than it even was. This is the legacy of our unregulated market.
See, the point I wanted to bring out there, beside what you were saying, is it's dangerous for people. So going to stand near an elephant or be anywhere near, that is a story that we've covered before about this woman that was gored, and several people die every year in these accidents. So tourists are being harmed as well. So do you guys want to say anything about that?
Yeah, so we know the case that Duncan is talking about, and several people have been severely injured or killed, thinking, it's an elephant, it's a domesticated animal. It's not. And let me tell you, the people who roll around on the ground with these babies who weigh 600 pounds, we know people who have experience with elephants that have had legs broken and been seriously injured from babies, because baby elephants are just like toddlers in the human world. They have no control over their body. They are very heavy. They don't look where they're going. And if they run into you, that's it, 600-pound force smacking into you. So when people post those things and go, oh, I want to hug a baby, I want to play with a baby, or it's just promoting this cruelty and also promoting danger to the public. One thing I'd like to say, Lindsey, is, many elephants carry tuberculosis, which is contracted to humans. All the elephants that do the tours at Amir Fort in India, all of them have tuberculosis, which humans can get. That's another danger to humans and the elephants. People who take pictures with bull elephants, I don't care who you are or how much experience you have, or all they have to do is slightly turn their head and that tusk will go right through you. And people don't understand when we say, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Sometimes they think we're being, a little too cautious or being petty, but those elephants, and what will happen to those elephants is then they are beaten for something they did out of instinct or just a natural behavior.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't. It seems when an animal is harmed, it does trickle back to humans suffering as well. If they look and open their eyes and see, you shouldn't have to be selfish and think about, oh, well, at least think about yourself. There should be that compassion in the world, but unfortunately there isn't. We do want to mention again that people, please donate. Please go to gentlegiantelephants.org, the website that we showed earlier. Let me put it up again. And you can, right at the top in the upper left is where you can donate. Is that correct? Yes.
Yes, you could just go to home, scroll down a little bit, and it says help our cause, and it will just come to us. So yes, and you will be helping to rescue elephants right now. And of course, supporting the ones that we have. The ones from Surin, we're very, very happy. They're all looking so, so beautiful. They have really blossomed. And this is something that, all of our Gentle Giant supporters, families, members, everyone has to be, including you, Lindsey, because you too have donated to our cause. Have to be very proud of what we've been able to accomplish, because these elephants that you're showing right here, Faru and Mai Tai, this is Kabu and Meadow. Well, Faru and Mai Tai, we rescued those elephants more than 2 years ago. We came all together and we rescued them. We bought them. They were skin and bones, and look how beautiful they are. Duda, we helped a little bit with her transport, and Nuna rescued her. But these other elephants, Farouk and Mai Tai, when they reached Elephant Nature Park, we thought they were going to actually collapse and probably die in the truck because they were in such poor condition. So, we have been able to accomplish so much. And now our dream is to accomplish to avoid babies, as many as we can, from having go through the crush. Now, many people have said now that we're raising $104,000 for the mother, I can't believe this amount. Now, people have to understand that this mother, who is 18 years old, and her baby boy, TG baby boy, is only 1.5-year-old. Imagine how many people would love to take a picture with this baby boy. And going back to what we were talking about, to the torture they have to endure, people have to understand that baby elephants are the most dangerous elephants because they do not know their size or their strength or how to behave. Older elephants, this is glaucoma. Look at that condition, and this is what we fear for our babies. This is in Crocodile Zoo in Thailand, and he's a famous elephant, glaucoma. And this is what we're up against. This is how our babies, who we have kept safe and secure and loved and nurtured, but this is what's happened. So all of this, we have to think that we have accomplished so much and that we can accomplish so much more, and that $104,000 for them, in what that elephant represents in profit throughout her life, it would be just, she can represent millions of dollars actually with her work and with the fact that she can birth many cows in her young life. And this is our baby Kamsean. Kamsean is the one that is going to go. Look how gorgeous he is. He's 4 years old, and thankfully we were able to rescue him before anything horrible happened to him. So this is right now our mission. Our mission is to continue advocating for them. It's not only about raising money and rescuing them, but actually trying to awaken people that their actions have consequences, and we have to be very aware that if we love elephants, we have to protect them, and we have to stop being selfish and showing elephants with taking selfies with elephants and showing them to the world, because we're just hurting them. And it doesn't matter who you are. I am Diana Munoz, and I've dedicated 10 years of my life to try to rescue them, and I've worked every single day for these 10 years to try to rescue and everything. But if I post a picture of an elephant, me standing with an elephant, a selfie, no one cares about me, or maybe they don't even know who I am. I'm sure 99% won't know who I am. I'm just causing elephants around the world.
Right, you were saying that before. Yeah, let's run through another clip. Let's run through that full clip of Lek doing this particular strategy.
We want to bring the nutrition for mother. As long as if the mother get the good nutrition, she can pass to the milk for the baby.
Like you said, it's a lifetime commitment to care for these animals. I wanted to ask you both about the idea of, practically speaking, the Mahouts are going, and the elephant owners are going to use elephants as part of their living. It's so imbued in their culture, and it's going to take a while for education and for change to happen. Do you think it's possible through education to get them to transition more to the more humane ways of handling the elephants and making money from the elephants? What do you think the future of that, the probability is of that happening?
I think of course it's a probability. We can't predict the future, but we have seen with many of our elephants and their owners that they've gained a new respect, if you would say, as to their elephants since they've been home for nearly 3 years. Having to take pictures and videos of them every day. They've seen how they've changed. They've seen more natural behavior. Many of the elephants are opening up and communicating more verbally. with all their beautiful sounds. There are some, you can tell there are some owners that truly love their elephants, especially in Surin, where our ex-begging elephants are. That's where most of elephants come from to supply the tourist camps. I think it's a process, though, Lindsay. It's not going to happen overnight. And, people tell us all the time, well, you need to just stop this and stop that, and the laws have to change. Yes, all that does, but you kind of have to build bridges. You can't just go in demanding people, do this or that, because we wouldn't allow that. Who's going to, are you going to allow someone to come into your house and demand that you do something their way? Of course not. So building bridges and educating, and, our team in Thailand on the ground helping find other ways to, work with these elephants that are humane and not using bull hooks and using food, as a reward system. And we're slowly getting away from that need to have the tourists bathe. And, some camps, yes, are still letting tourists feed them food, which eventually we would like to see none of that either. But, it's tiny steps. It's going to take progress. This has been a cultural thing for years and years and years and years. And until you can also supply another way of making income to people who only know one way, you have to show them there are other options. And many of the people, like at Koi, said, well, we didn't know we had the option to stay home, and work our farms and keep the elephants in the forest. So I think it's a gradual thing. Our partner, Lek, is doing tremendous things, and she's been at it for over 25 years. So will it happen in our lifetime? I don't know, but we're laying the seeds of change, and the more we have helping, the better.
And I think, as you said, it's a lot to do with public awareness and people, consumers, making a different choice and understanding. So getting that word out. And again, we want to ask everyone to share this out on your social media. It can be so helpful. Please donate if you can. It's a great time of the year to donate. So if you can, please do so. I do want to remind you that this show will be available on Unchained TV, free streaming network that you can download the app. You can download the app and start watching amazing content about animals, animal rights, and conservation. We have everything from documentaries, award-winning films, talk shows like this, educational shows, cooking shows, comedy. We even have a horror show. So please, if you have not done so, support our network, because that helps us to continue to bring stories like this to you and to help get the word out. So guys, again, thanks for being on. We're right about at the half hour. I want to give you each a few minutes to talk about anything you think we may not have covered. And then I just might have one wrap-up question. So who would like to go first?
I would like to say, just for, that we all are very important in this puzzle. So what Stay is doing is incredibly important. What Lek is doing in Thailand is incredibly important in Thailand and in the world. What you're doing, Lindsay, is incredibly important. So we all have a piece of this puzzle in our hands. And I would like to invite everyone to use it, whether it's your voice, whether it's sharing, whether it's, speaking to people, reaching out in a small or in a large scale. Children are the future. Teach your children kindness. Go to their school, speak about it. It's not only the ones in Thailand, it's the elephants that we have here in the zoos as well. Explain to children why captivity is not something that they should view as something beautiful or normal, because it's not. And I really want people also to Unite with us to try to help as many mother and baby elephants as we can. And I want to thank everyone that has donated to this campaign. We're the last time I looked, we were over 75,000, so we're still $29,000 away from reaching our goal to save this beautiful mother and her baby. And I want to give a special shout out to two beautiful angels, Christina and Elizabeth, who always are there in the background, shining their light very strongly on us. And everyone, just everyone, thank you so much. People think that donating a little won't make a difference, and it does. We've gotten 75,000
Wow.
and this has been, it's going to 6 days now, so we've done a lot, and I just want to thank everyone for it, and just continue pushing on. We can't give up on these gentle ones. We can't.
75,000 in 6 days. That's an amazing fundraising effort. And it just goes to show how many people agree with you that this is such an important issue, because we also know that not only do humans get harmed, do elephants suffer tragically, but our environment is being decimated. And we're destroying the wildlife. We're destroying the elephants. They're going to become extinct, and we're destroying ourselves ultimately. Okay, Kobe, your turn. Anything you would like our viewers to know?
I just want to touch base on the environmental thing, Lindsay. You're so right, because elephants are a keystone species, and there are only about 20,000 left in the wild, down from 200,000, at the turn of the century. There are way more females than males, which is complicating the situation. But, we can't wait till they're gone to fix it. We have to fix it now. And our Koi project is actually in a very biodiverse hotspot for the entire planet. And so returning these elephants to the forest, where they're going to help other flora and fauna thrive, is really going to help battle environmental change, climate change, all of that. And so, not only are we trying to help elephants and the indigenous people, but we're also trying to contribute to environmental sustainability. So, I welcome people on our website to take a look at the Koi Evolution Project. We do have a volunteer program that is absolutely fabulous. It's 7 days immersed in nature with the elephants and the indigenous people. It's an experience of a lifetime. So you can check that out. I would like to say that as an advocate, I know it feels overwhelming, and people often say, it's just me. What could I possibly do? Like, as one person, what could I possibly do? But as Diana says a lot, the word of mouth can spread, and that's our most powerful tool, is our voice. So even if you're just one person, if you share something on social media, a post, you have no idea where that's going to go out there on the internet. So be positive about it, tell the truth and spread awareness and education, because as one person, you can make a huge difference. Diana and I are only two women who started Gentle Giants when we were first advocates. It's only been 2.5 years, and it's been a truly amazing journey so far, because even though we want to save them all, we've done a lot in that 2.5 years, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without every single person who stands with us and by our side, and that's just the general public.
You're muted.
We want to thank you, ladies, for the incredible work that you do, and Lek, and your amazing fundraising. I know you guys for quite a while now, maybe several years. I've watched the organization continue to grow, continue to go on and do so many projects that are for the welfare of the elephants. And you guys do not waste time. We didn't even talk about the bionic elephants. So there's so many things people can go to a section of your website where it says our programs or our projects, our current projects. And some of those are the Bionic Giants, Omkai Evolution, Gentle Giants, Providence, I think, is coming, and the Stay Home Project are all some of the projects you do. So we want to thank you both so much and ask everyone once again if you could possibly volunteer, yes, but also donate, and please share out this video and talk about the situation, because you can make the change in the world. Thank you, ladies, for being on.
No, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Lindsey. We are blessed that you've walked this journey with us from the beginning. So thank you again.
You're so welcome. I enjoy it. Bye-bye, everyone.